Right, okay. In this short tutorial, we're going to be looking at how you can add scales to your gradebook and to your assignments. Now, this is a really fantastic way of being able to assess a student's work and personalise it to the subject, to the type of work that they're doing. And obviously, you could also add the national curriculum levels. It doesn't need to be bespoke ones. So you may decide as a department that all Key Stage 3 levels are going to be added for your specific subject. So again, this is something that you can set up as a bespoke method of levelling. So what you need to do is to make sure you've got your editing on. You're in the course where you want to add the scales, and you go to grades. Now when you go to grades, you choose an action, and down here you will have scales. If you click on view, this will open up. Now by default, Moodle actually has a couple of, well in fact one standard scale in here, and then the rest of the scale tends to be the percentage grade, so you've got the 0 to 100. But here you can obviously create your new one. So you add a new scale. Now I'm just going to add a statement scale, which is just talking about good attention to detail. I mean, it could be anything. You decide as a department how you want to do it. So I'm just going to call it attention to detail. And it's going to be a standard scale, and all you have to do is to write your scale with a comma between each statement. So I'll start off with excellent attention to detail, and what I'm going to do is just copy that second half because I'll be using that. So copy excellent attention to detail, good, add that in, fair, attention to detail, and poor. And obviously you can decide again as an individual or a department how you want to rate it, to what extent you want to use these phrases. And a lot of people say to put 5 statements in, but with 5 I think you're more inclined to go for the middle ground. So I've just put 4 in there. And then all you need to do is, if you wish to put a description in here, so maybe it could be something to do with scales for artwork, or scales for a specific subject, you could do that. So I'm just going to put scale set up for art project. And again, this is all down to how you would set it up for your own specific subject, and obviously the phrasing you want to use. But once you've done it, you have then created your own scale. Okay, so attention to detail, there it is. Has it been used? No, I've not used it. I've not applied it yet to anything in the course. Once you have applied it, though, you cannot go back and edit the words or the phrases because you will already have applied that scale to a piece of work. What you can do is just create another one and use that instead. Okay, so I've set up my scale. I'm now going to go back in and I'm going to add an activity which just happens to be an assignment which we'll be looking at next. Upload a single file. I'm just going to put test for the purposes of this. And here, we'll obviously go into this in the next bit. But here, when we go to grade, I can now put attention to detail. I'm going to click on those and just going to save it. And that's how you add a scale. And if you go back into your gradebook, and if you go and have a quick look at scales and view them, and there you can see the one that you've added.